And he's on. All right.
I'm ready to go. Weather extra. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. Where are we at now in the week? We're Wednesday now? Yep, Wednesday evening. I did have to actually track some rain today, though. Not everybody had rain. In fact, most of you didn't. But I did have some showers during the 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. You see a dying line of showers there towards Gadsden. The blue you see up by the high top radar is just ground clutter. So we're pretty good now. Any showers that did develop that affected the area have fizzled out, and therefore now just a muggy night, partly to mostly cloudy, real quiet. Temperatures today were a little warmer and a little more humid. We were in the 80s to near 90. I didn't check before I came on here, and I did not see a 90-degree reading anywhere. I think we had an 89 in the shoals, but it was close. And yeah, steamy stuff for sure. Let me see what we got here. Pull this up, and what we'll do, let's talk about what's coming for the end of the week. But first, forecast for tonight. Partly cloudy, muggy, 68 for the low. Adam says he in Fort Payne had a few sprinkles today. Yep, there was some rain for you. There was some rain near Fife. There was some rain in Aniana. There was some rain in Gadsden. There was rain mainly south of Sardis City, but there was a little rain near Albertville too. Not much, but something to talk about. Kirsten, how are you? Good to see you on. Hope all is well. Happy Wednesday to you. So there's your forecast for tonight. Let's go forward to tomorrow. There is a slight chance of a storm tomorrow afternoon. I think there's going to be a lot more cloud cover, though, for your Thursday, so we're not going to be quite as warm. I went mid-80s, but still wicked humid, though. That slight chance of a storm or shower, much like today, where more areas will stay dry than get wet. So Thursday's good. Let's talk about Friday, though. Friday has the potential to be more widespread rain, not so much in the morning at 7 a.m., by about 1 p.m., there's going to be all these little freckles that develop on the radar. What I mean by that is there'll be some pop-up storms that fire up before the main line gets here. Those are always ones to watch. They could present some damaging winds and heavy rainfall, and that will start about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That little cluster or, say, broken line, all these little reds that you see here could be some gusty winds and heavy rainfall through the 5 o'clock hour. And then by Friday evening, there's the main line back northwest, and that will rip across the area. Forecast model's not as aggressive with the last couple runs and has the line breaking up a bit between 9 and midnight, but I imagine there's still going to be some heavy rain, some dangerous lightning and gusty winds. And once that line moves out, we'll get a little bit of a break overnight after that line pushes out, and then there'll be another round of storms on Saturday. It looks like there's one in the morning Saturday. That doesn't look like it will be severe. It will just be like heavy rain. And then another round of storms later the day, Saturday into Saturday night. Another round that could present themselves being strong or severe with some gusty winds, heavy rainfall, and also the potential for maybe some small hail too. Showers will continue on Sunday. It doesn't look like a complete washout, but certainly a lot of clouds. And then still some more storms for next Monday and Tuesday. And the pattern stays not so much severe active, but just a chance of rain almost each and every day as we're kind of reverting back to that May pattern that we had where there'll be a drawn out frontal boundary that just kind of gets draped across the area and it doesn't really want to move. And whenever that front lifts a little north and lifts a little south, it keeps the showers in the forecast because it's in the vicinity the entire time. So looks like it could be a very rainy stretch for the middle of June. If all those hit, start adding each and every day some heavy rain. Keep in mind, too, we talk about the potential for severe weather Friday and Saturday. Might end up being that rainfall ends up being the bigger headline, especially for the Saturday storms. But we'll keep an eye on it for you. There's still a couple days before we can iron out the forecast completely, but it still looks like there'll be some kind of impact, certainly an impact to the outdoor plans on Saturday. I forget who it was asking me about the yard sale on Saturday they were going to have in Scottsboro, I think, and I forget who it was, but it doesn't look like it'll be a dry day. Looks wet for sure, so see how it plays out. Hi, Katie Smith. Thank you for watching. Tell Tani I said hello. Deanne, playing golf in Birmingham Saturday and Sunday. What's the rain looking like for both days? It looks really wet, and it looks like there'll be some lightning with the storms, which generally gets people off the golf course. So in Birmingham, yep, some rain there too. It looks like the front will swing through here. There's like two fronts actually that will move through, but looks like there'll be some rain for both days. Yep. or the timing that is. I just talked about the timing. For Saturday, there's some showers in the morning, some storms, but the likelihood of some stronger storms come more towards the afternoon and night. And then on Sunday, just some leftover showers periodically throughout the day from morning to afternoon. Probably won't rain the entire day on Sunday, and you have less chance of having lightning on Sunday. So if you can play through some light to moderate showers on Sunday, I don't know where you're playing and what they're going to do at the course, but it doesn't look great for either day. But if you have a chance, maybe Sunday would be the day where you could swing in some golf. I don't know. And that's Dean. I said Deanna. It's Dean. I apologize. Look at Kate getting involved out there. Where's everybody watching from tonight? I already know the answer to that, Kate. I pretty much know where all of you live. I stalk you. Regina, Friday evening. Should we cancel a pool party, or do you think we may have to catch the break in the weather in the Muscle Shoals? I always feel bad when I have to say this, but it doesn't look good for Friday evening pool time. No. If this line of storms that I just showed on the graphic comes through at the time that I have, and I'll revert back to this graphic really quick. Let me go backwards. I'll pull it up again, and I'll go through the timing with everybody once again. Come on, graphic. There we go. Sorry. I'm really far away from the weather computer, so you have to bear with me for a minute. It's way in the other room.
I already know where everybody is at.
I already know where everybody is at. Asking where they're at. Well, I already know. So let's go through the timing.
Some newcomers in.
You could. So Regina wants to know if she can have a pool party on Friday evening. Let me tell you in the shoals, this is what we got. So Friday, storms fire up about 1 o'clock. These little reds, they don't look like much. They look like they're kind of all clustered everywhere and they're not organized. But those are big time rainmakers and some gusty winds. And that's the kind of thunderstorms we'll have Friday afternoon. And then the main line, there's your pool party. So by 8, 9 o'clock, it's coming into northwest Alabama. It breaks up a bit. It doesn't have quite maybe the same punch for areas east as it does west. We'll have to watch that. That'll be a big part of the forecast. And then by 11 o'clock, it's there and then moving south and east by morning. So that's the timing for you, Regina, for your party. I think the concern that I would have for a pool party on Friday evening was you don't technically have to have the storm right above the shoals to have lightning in the vicinity. And these will be the storms that come in Friday and Saturday, whether they define as severe or not, they're going to have a lot of lightning with them. So Shelby says, Athens, Alabama.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Debbie watches from Zip City. Shannon watches from beautiful Hartselle because it has heart in the name of it.
It's a heart.
Love Hartselle. I want to buy a house in Hartselle. Do you think it's okay if I move to Hartselle? You okay with that?
You know what? Do your thing.
I've been looking at houses in Hartselle. I've been down there almost every weekend.
Nice over there?
I love Hartselle. It's awesome.
You're gonna leave us.
I like all the restaurants.
Hartselle.
I'm not leaving. I can do that 30 minutes. It's a 30-minute drive to work. I love Hartselle. I want to live there. So if you want to put your house on the market, call me. Because
He's the guy.
I haven't found one yet. I'm trying to find one. Michelle says there's a concert Friday evening in Albertville. Yeah, Michelle, I don't know exactly what time that concert is. If it's 7, 8, 9 o'clock. Now, there's some storms that will build before the main line gets to you. If you can get those out and you wait for the main line to get here, it doesn't get to you in Albertville till almost like 9, 10 o'clock. You might have a window where the concert may be all right. But I always get worried about concerts and storms coming in because people tend not to move out of there fast enough. And if it's a lot of lightning and some wind, it could be dangerous. But the last forecast model runs really weaken the line of storms as it gets closer to you. So that might be a play for you. But even if it just has some lightning with it, that would be dangerous for a concert. So, but we'll see how the timing goes. But that's the thought process right now. Derek's in Tuscumbia. Imelda is in Lacey's Spring, another beautiful area that I love so much. Some amazing farmhouses in Lacey's Spring. Just gorgeous. Yep.
All right.
Love it. Boy, you know what's funny is you can tell I've been working out in the yard in the mornings because I look like I've been on vacation to the Caribbean in this. I don't know if it's the lighting.
You're getting some sun, yeah.
That's what happens when you work in the garden every day. My garden is amazing with all the rain. I hope your gardens are doing well at home too. My cannas are all popping. I got yellows and reds, and my salvias are out of control. They're attracting all the bees, and I love it. It's good stuff. Good stuff. I'm way behind on comments. I'm so far behind. I missed a few. Oh my gosh, what am I doing?
Everyone's commenting.
Dean says, playing, stop it. Every time I go to read a comment, a new one comes up and I can't keep up. Did it again. Dean says, playing Ross Bridge in Oakmore Valley. I don't even know. I'm not a big golfer. I stink at it and I'm a hack, but it sounds like those courses are really nice. I hope you get your golf in, my friend. I really do. Boy, you asked that question. Everybody's answering, and I can't keep up.
Oh my God.
Can you read some of the questions for me? Like,
Let's see.
this is great. Every time I go to read a comment, a new one comes, and I can't read it. So, First Fridays in Florence is this week, and it looks like it will be rainy for that first Friday in Florence. You see where I'm at?
Did you get rid of your mushrooms in your garden?
Oh, I did. Yes, Kirsten, I did. I weeded everything, and I got rid of the mushrooms, and they're gone, and I put new mulch down and reset the whole garden, and it looks really good. I'm really excited about it. I worked really hard in that garden. I built that whole thing myself with a walkway. I need to put some new rock down, but other than that, it looks good.
Pictures.
I flood my pictures. I flood my Facebook page with them. So. You're welcome, Regina. I always try to respond if I can keep up with the comments and not be so slow. Adam says, notice the moon was still. You know what? I'm going to my phone. I can't keep up. And I want to see everyone's comments, and I can't keep up. This is going so fast.
Said she's so sick of the rain.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people, I posted that on my page last week. I said, oh, I'm so done with the rain. And everybody, I got yelled at. People were really mad at me. Like, yeah, wait till August when there's nothing happening. Well, wait till August when the storms, we need rainfall. And I'm like, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I shouldn't post this.
Maybe I shouldn't post it.
All right, so where did I leave off? Candy says, hi, Jeff, watching from Madison. Kelly says, Boaz, Alabama. Good to see you on. Jen says, Muscle Shoals. Kelly says, I'm so sick of the rain. There you go. Got that comment. Tegan from Albertville. Hi, Tegan. Good to see you on. Kirsten says, did you get rid of the mushrooms? Answered that question already. Thank you for asking. Thank you for even remembering that I had mushrooms in the garden. I think that's awesome. Vicky's watching from Boaz. Talked about Boaz on air tonight because there was a few showers in your area. Smith Lake on Saturday, is the whole day going to be a wash? Probably not. It never usually is, but morning some storms and then again in the afternoon. The window of dryness would be tight. It would be around the noontime hour right now. And anytime those storms fire up, there's going to be a lot of lightning with them too, whether in the morning or in the afternoon. So that would be a concern being at the lake, I would imagine. Misty's watching from Fort Morgan. Angie's watching from Huntsville. Lisa's watching from Grant. Brenda's watching from Grant Mountain.
Oh God,
This is awesome.
This is great.
Lori from Arab. Is it Janetta? I hope I'm saying that correct. If I say your first name wrong, I'm really sorry, but I really like you, and I don't mean to mess up your first name. But from Huntsville. Vacation Valerie is from Hazel Green, and you know what?
Vacation.
I know where Vacation Valerie lives. I've even been to Vacation Valerie's house before.
Wow, I love it.
Shannon says, schools are awesome. Great. Katie Smith in Florence, and I know where you live, Katie Smith. Katie Smith says, Florence, I know where you live. Laura Lee says, good evening. Good to see you on. Grace is watching from Russellville. Grace, good to see you. I can't get through comments fast enough. I appreciate y'all coming on. I feel like this is a Friday right now or something. Like, this is great. Wednesday evening. Weather extra. It is my Friday. I have 2 days coming off on Thursday, Friday. I'm very excited. Shannon, heart. I see a heart. Beautiful heart soul with a heart. Yep. Shelby's in Russellville. Adam says, good porch sitting weather tonight. And Adam, you had a comment about the moon, and I missed it, and I feel really bad. Yeah, I can't find where it went because I know what you were asking about. He's talking about the color of the moon, I imagine.
Red.
Yeah, I can't find it. I'm a loser.
No, you're not.
I'm trying to keep up here. Lee is from Madison saying hello tonight. I'm sorry I have my head down looking at it, but there's a lot of comments here. Let me put the 10-day up.
Enjoy spending time with you.
Did they say that?
Yeah.
Let me put I'm going to put this up so you don't see. I'm going to fade this back so you can see the 10-day. There it is. This way you don't see me looking down at the phone and ignoring people. I like to make contact. Eye contact is important in life. Ron says, we're joining you from Sheffield. Ron Hayes, thank you for joining us from Sheffield, and I appreciate that. Good to see you on. Pamela's in Sand Mountain. Pamela, good to see you on. Shirley says, thank you for sharing from Fort Payne, where you had a little sprinkle activity today. Thank you, Adam, for the update on that. Regina says, thank you for responding. Nikki's in Elgin, Rogersville area. Beautiful area in Rogersville, by the way. Love Rogersville. Fortunately, just feels like Rogersville gets every thunderstorm. Oh my gosh.
Like it.
Remember that large hail we had on the 20th? That was some big hail in Rogersville. Kaylee says, Albertville here, and you can show the graph again. I think I did since the last time you commented, but that was 7 minutes ago. I think I've shown it since.
7 minutes ago.
But Kaylee in Albertville. Katie says, Tiny says, meow. Oh, meow, right back to Tiny. Tiny's a cat.
Aw.
Very, very cute cat. Yes. Adam, there it is. Adam says, notice the moon was still a little red last night. It was, and I noticed it too. And Adam, that's a great point. There's not much smoke left in the area from the fires, but maybe just enough to accentuate the moon to a red hue last night. Also, a lot of things that are making like headlines right now is the Saharan dust. It comes across the Atlantic from the desert in Africa, and there's a big plume of it that's going up the East Coast right now. I saw some videos today, and it looked really dark along the East Coast and some of the major cities. I know the air quality alert up in New York is really bad right now. We don't have that here. That's actually to the east of us. Caught up to all the comments. Look at this.
This is awesome.
Debbie, this is good. I think I caught up to everybody.
Wow. They're out here on a Wednesday night.
Awesome.
I love it.
Appreciate y'all being on. This is great. The weather extra thing is really fun. I actually look forward to hanging out with you all at night. I mean, I only get to do it for like maybe 20 minutes, but I just try to answer as many questions as I can and try to give you the best what I'm thinking of for the forecast. And of course, Eric Burke is going to be here tomorrow morning. Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis will be in tomorrow night. He'll have much more on the storms for Friday and Saturday. Hi, Lori. Lori's from Coventry, Rhode Island, in case you didn't know. I've mentioned that many times. Daniel's from Huntsville. Brenda says, a beautiful day and evening from Paint Rock, Alabama. And you know what, Brenda? Always like talking to you, and thank you for saying hi. I went home to have dinner, and I was out in the patio with the dogs. And I think some of the showers, as they were weakening, moving from east to west, which is a really weird direction, I think there was a little outflow boundary from some of those showers that were fading. And we were getting a little bit of a breeze at the house, even here in Huntsville. And it was refreshing. Like it was really, really, it was cutting through the humidity just a little bit, you know?
Humidity is awful.
It was really high today. It was much lower yesterday. It ramped back up today, and you got a lot of humidity Thursday and Friday too. Well, no matter how the storms play out, it's going to be icky sticky for the next 2 days. Probably be pretty humid through the weekend too. Christian, great name. What's the time frame for Friday in Huntsville? It's in the afternoon and evening hours. Main line probably evening, and then a few thunderstorms popping before the main line between like 1 and 5, and the main line comes through more like 7, 8, 9 o'clock. Probably closer to 9. Thibaut, Athens is in the house. Stevenson, Sandra. There is this in Stevenson. I don't know if I should say this. It's this awesome cigar bar in Stevenson because I'm a big cigar guy. And I know the owners. I think it's like,
He knows the owner.
I can't say the name of the place because that's advertising, but it's a really cool place. If you're in Stevenson, you know what I'm talking about. Well, it's a restaurant too.
Oh.
And the owners, I know them, and they're fantastic. Big fans. Amy, I can't remember her husband's name though. Good guy though. Morgan, Fort Morgan, which I think I did. Lori has hearts, which is good. Tegan, it's because, oh, well, I appreciate, Tegan, you spending time with me. I think it's fantastic. I enjoy spending time with you and talking with you. Tegan brought that, remember the earthquake we had in Knoxville?
Yeah.
So Tegan was on one morning. We're doing Weather Extra on a Saturday, and she's like, Jeff, I think there was just an earthquake. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? So I went to the USGS page. Sure enough, that's how I found out that there was an earthquake in East Tennessee, and it was felt in most of North Georgia. And Tegan says she felt it in Albertville too, which is crazy. Kathy from Scottsboro, it's good to see you on. Jamie in Albertville. We have a lot of Albertville here. I love Albertville. You ever been down to Albertville?
I don't think I have.
It's awesome. I saw a concert there once. It's really cool.
At the Sand Mountain Amphitheater.
Yep. And then I had to work the next morning at
Wow.
5 a.m.
Right.
I probably shouldn't tell everybody that. But yeah, I came home just in time to get dressed and go to work the next day.
Right. So,
I love Albertville. Thomas is in Moulton with exclamation points because Moulton rocks. Been to Moulton many times too. Holly is in Hatton. That makes sense. Holly in Hatton. I like that. Did you plan that? Did you be at a house in Hatton just to say, because that kind of works. Margaret says, I talked to Vacation Valerie this week. Good. Margaret, meet Vacation Valerie. Vacation Valerie, meet Margaret. You all become friends. Vacation Valerie is like high quality person. Like if you have a chance, if you don't know who I'm talking about, it's Valerie Kirby Carey. She's on here. I call her Vacation Valerie affectionately because she takes a lot of vacations. And she's wicked cool. And she can bake. Like cupcakes. She is going to Hawaii. Now you know that. It's pretty awesome.
Right.
Stephanie says,
We all know that.
Stephanie and Madison, oh, Margaret, watching from Waterfront. I know exactly where that is. There is a house in Preston Island that just got an offer, and it is so super adorable cute. And it's got this deck, and it's got these 2 bedrooms upstairs, and it's really cute. And that whole area, by the way, is gorgeous. If you've never been to Waterfront, a lot of you are like, where's Waterfront? It's near like Columbus City, kind of. And the houses are awesome, and it's such a cute little community, and I love it. Just beautiful place. And porch time in Waterfront is ideal, and I'm very jealous about that. Christy Albertville, Adrian in Florence. Jessica says tornadoes. Right now, I always say this. Right now, it looks like more of a wind and rain event, a lot of lightning. But even if there's a slight chance of a tornado, we'll let you know. But even when there's a low-end tornado threat and it's not 0, I always tell people to be very aware. Right now, it does not look like that. But right now, I think it's more of a wind and rain event with some dangerous lightning. But I would definitely stay tuned to more updates coming tomorrow when we get a little bit closer to the actual time frame of the storms to know if there is going to be some kind of potential for tornadoes. Mary says Florence. Kathy's in Scottsboro. Kaylee, timeline for Friday. Should I stay with family? Kaylee, give it one more day. If you don't have to make definite plans for Friday at this time, I would just let the forecast models with the high res models come in tomorrow because we get closer to the Friday and Saturday time frame with some of the high res models, and we'll know more and plan ahead if you have to get out of the house and go to family. I know that's very important for you. Candy's watching from Madison, Kelly from Boaz, and I think I am back to all the comments I said before. All right, I got through as many as I could. I couldn't even keep up on this over here, which is great. Sheila Gray, wait a minute, Sheila Gray's on. Dope. When will Winchester get rain on Friday? Afternoon and evening, Sheila, in beautiful Winchester. That's in Tennessee, for those of you who don't know. But Sheila watches all the time. She gets us up there. Sylvia says, what about Bridgeport? Sylvia, same kind of forecast for everybody, but your storms will be like Friday afternoon, Friday evening. You'll probably have some rain Saturday morning, and then another round of storms Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, and then lingering showers on Sunday. It's pretty much the same forecast for everybody. The timing may be just a little different for areas east and west, but the same general forecast for everybody. Okay? I hope that helps. Saturday weather for Athens. Hi, Lori. I pretty much think it's going to be showers in the morning with some storms that aren't severe, and then a stronger line of storms later in the afternoon into the evening. And I think I got it covered now. All right. Yeah, what I'm going to suggest, if you missed what I've talked about for the last 20 minutes and you're just coming on now, I love to hang out a little longer, but I got to go be on air at 10 o'clock.
Do a little show.
I got to do a little show thing going on, and I will have much more on air in about 10 minutes when we go to air, 8 minutes on air. And you can always rewatch this too because it stays on the page, right?
It's on the page.
So if you feel like you missed something that I covered here, you can always check out the video when I post it. I get done, I hit the button, it'll go up there permanently. You can always rewatch it. Sometimes it's a lot of endless babble, but sometimes it's actually very informative, and you can actually get a basic idea of what's going to happen for the Friday, Saturday, Sunday timeframe, which I feel like I covered at length here. So, all right, I got to go. Join us at 10. Again, Eric in tomorrow, Brad back tomorrow night, and you all have a fantastic rest of your night.